Welcome to Linda's TV show. I greet you according to your time zone. If it is your first time of coming across this platform or seeing my face, my name is Linda and you are watching Linda's TV show. If you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications so that you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. My lovely people, always share these videos, always like and share. Ugo here, we react to all forms of videos, local, internet, especially what is happening in Nigeria and in Biafra land. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violent or instigating war. We are to all forms of videos and we are here to inform, educate, enlighten us of the public about what is happening. Of course, I will always seize every opportunity to appreciate YouTube for creating this platform that we are using to disseminate this information to the members of the public. YouTube, thank you so much.
As many of you have seen over the weeks since our leader Nnamdi Kanu was illegally jailed by Injustice on Motosho. Ever since then, they moved our leader Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto prison, now making it very difficult for him to file his appeal. I want the world to be on notice that this injustice that James Omotosho is doing will really catch up with him. James Omotosho has refused Nnamdi Kanu peacefully to appeal for his case. You know, I told you people the other day that James Omotosho is very scared of Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu understands the law more than James Omotosho, and that is the simple truth. I want you to note that James Omotosho, the illegal judge of Nigeria, that Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Akpabio, and FCT minister, the useless and hopeless FCT minister, that drunk Wike, placed George Omotosho in that Abuja Federal High Court to intimidate their oppositions, to intimidate anybody that crosses their path, and more also to do their stupid and hopeless bidding to jail Nnamdi Kanu. And that is what Injustice Omotosho is there to do. Now, this man has refused that Nnamdi Kanu will file his appeal case. And that is why I will always come here to tell Biafrans that, look, this useless man that calls himself a judge, I don't know how he became a judge, a man that cannot read, that my son reads better than him. I don't know how such person will become a judge in Nigeria, just because they promise him heaven and earth. I will give you anything you ever imagine on this planet earth. I keep telling you that whatever Tinubu, the drug lord, cannot do with money will never exist on this planet earth. Listen, Tinubu is hell-bent in destroying Nnamdi Kanu because Tinubu leaked their secrets. And that is why I will continue to say it here, that Nnamdi Kanu can never on this planet earth get justice in Nigeria if Igbos does not rise to start demanding for justice for Nnamdi Kanu. If the world doesn't hear Igbo people's voice, Justice Omotosho would allow these 90 days to be wasted. And that is the simple truth. You know, when we come here to say these things, you people think it's a joke. When we say this, you say, no, na lie, you know go happen. You know go happen, you know go happen. They go Kenya, bring back Nnamdi Kanu. You know go happen, you know go happen. They suffered Nnamdi Kanu for 5 years. You know go happen, you know go happen. Nnamdi Kanu is convicted for no charge. Well, just they convicted him and jailed him for no reason. Because Justice Omotosho and the band of criminals that he has in government are hell-bent of jailing Nnamdi Kanu. And where did they send him to? To the Sokoto Caliphate, where the terrorists and armed bandits are currently operating. What does that tell you? So Justice Omotosho or Injustice Omotosho is now telling you that he's a god over Nnamdi Kanu, that nothing can happen. And let me tell us the truth. Nothing will happen, no. Nothing will happen. Because the man that they feared the most is out. The man that they fear the most is out. Nothing will happen. We will talk, nothing. But our own is to create the awareness. This is how we have been betraying ourselves. This is how Igbos have been destroying themselves. Nothing, absolutely nothing will happen. It is now, I saw Uche Kanu coming out the other day talking nonsense. That she has been meeting, she doesn't come online, that she's doing her own thing secretly. That secret now ain't go buy you. That secret you boogie. All the years that your husband has been struggling with this criminal DOS, with this criminal Nigerian government and what is it called? DSSS. What did you do? Nothing, absolutely nothing. You did nothing. You just stood there talking rubbish, talking nonsense, fighting Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is your problem. You have not come to tell us how Bianca Olo deceived you. You have not come to tell us that. How she came to deceive you, lied to you to jail Simon Ekpa. The evil that men do. Live with them and live after them and live with their children. That is what is wrong with Uchechi. Now she's going everywhere. They jailed my husband under a repealed law. Where were you when that man needed you the most? It is Nanda you are talking. Bringing to the awareness of the world that injustice on Motosho is at it again. And we're not going to likely take this lightly. We ain't going to take this lightly. Allow the young man to file his appeal in peace. Otherwise, he will file it and he will remain in pieces. Allow this man to file his appeal in peace. This injustice is getting too much. Justice or Motosho, as you call yourself. This injustice over Nnamdi Kanu is getting too much and we can no longer watch it to stand. If Igbos are going to pick arms to defend themselves and come after Motosho, if Nnamdi Kanu, if you don't want peace to reign in Nigeria, we are going to do it. We are going to do it. We are going to do it. Allow Nnamdi Kanu to file his appeal in peace. Allow Nnamdi Kanu to file his appeal in peace. Justice or Motosho. They brought you to Nigeria to destroy the judiciary system. They brought you because of the opposition, so that when they finish rigging election, they will send them to you and you will do the injustice. That is why Motosho is in that seat. He fears nobody because he has the backing of the illegitimate drug lord that calls himself a president. A man that forfeited $450,000 US in America for drug trafficking. That is the president of Nigeria. What do you think? How do you think the country is going to move forward? That is who injustice or Motosho is loyal to. So they are hell-bent in doing whatever they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu. And they know you Igbos cannot do nothing because you are weaklings. Every one of them are just misbehaving. They said Malami is the number one sponsor of terrorists in Nigeria. You see the way they are petting him. They are not even, they are stylish. It is because Donald Trump made that move. It is because Donald Trump called them out to call these people out. If you don't want me to invade, if you don't want me to put my foot soldiers in Nigeria. Now look at the way they are rubbing him cream, giving him tea. They don't want to even show him on TV. Oh, they are just telling you Malami might be in his house. They tell you that he's in DSSS. Let them show us where Malami is in DSS. Let them tell us the day he's going to come to court. You don't reach out with some man now. You will see the shenanigans that they will be doing. But Nnamdi Kanu can be tormented. Enough of this torment. This torment is getting too much. And we are going to instigate our people to do the needful. If Justice Omotosho does not want to do the right thing, by allowing Nnamdi Kanu to peacefully do the right thing, if you don't allow Nnamdi Kanu to peacefully file his appeal, you're not going to find it funny anymore, because we have seen that the world is quiet. Nobody cares to talk. Even when Boris Johnson came to Nigeria, he told you, he came to Imo State. Boris Johnson told you that Imo State is one of the safest places in Nigeria. The safest place in the whole world is Imo State. Yet, Boris Johnson was under heavy security. He didn't move alone. Security was guiding him. I didn't hear him call. What happened? I didn't hear him talk about the injustice that was being carried out on Nnamdi Kanu. I did not hear him ask, "Oh, does Imo State have support? Do we have embassy in this Imo State? Please take me to our embassy." I did not hear Boris Johnson say any of such. But Boris Johnson was quick to tell you that his father's company in Nigeria is safe and sound. And nobody is on media to tackle him. Nobody. That is the former UK Prime Minister. A man that when you see him here is a nobody. And he can come and tell, can you see how stupid Nigeria looks? Tell them that we give you people a whiskey and then you give us your best brain. Ah, they were clapping. Very stupid and hopeless black entity. I don't know why. In fact, this thing Nnamdi Kanu kept saying, I don't know why I'm a black man. We don't reason. Very stupid people indeed. I don't know why they created me to be black. Now I'm in Obodo for how many years? Nobody has attacked me. Nobody has robbed me before. I have misplaced my phone almost 2 times in the bus. The driver, if I go back and call the bus station, they will come and tell me to come and pick my phone. Can that happen in Nigeria? Your safety in Nigeria is no more guaranteed. But yet, Boris Johnson came to tell us that Nigeria is the safest heaven. Imo State is safe. I didn't hear him ask about how the road is. Where they said Tiger Base. Where is the Tiger Base? Let us go there and see what is going on there, so that I can tell the world my own findings. It is the people that Donald Trump sent that are telling the truth. But Boris Johnson said Nigeria is safe. Imo State is safer. Under Hope Uzodinma, that the same Omotosho brought to power. That's why they call him Supreme Court governor. This thing is getting out of hand. Omotosho is beating too much. Omotosho will tell us, come and tell educated people like us that Nnamdi Kanu has to copy the prison. He has to write to the federal government that he wants to file an appeal, that he wants Omotosho to move him closer to where he was found guilty in Jesus, where he was found guilty, that he must file his appeal, but he has to go to the government. That means he's loyal to the government, because your law says that anybody that is not satisfied with the judgment you have given as a judge has a right to go to appeal, regardless of the accused, the people that accused him of the crime. They don't need to be there. They don't need to be copied. But the Omotosho told you that you must copy them. Told us that Nnamdi Kanu has to copy the prison. Have you seen that stupidity before? And Nnamdi Kanu has to copy the federal government of bandits, criminals, before his appeal can be successful. Omotosho should stop pushing us to the wall. Injustice Omotosho to stop pushing Biafran to the wall. You know, this is how Simon Ekpa kept warning Nigeria. Kept warning until things got out of hand. And they now called him a terrorist. I am not scared of anybody calling me a terrorist. I am not scared of that. Our land must be at peace at every point in time. And one person must do that. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze cannot do everything for us. After our leader gave that instruction, anybody that knows what to do, Biafra will come, should do it. Omotosho should stop pushing us to the wall. You are testing our patience. You are testing our patience. And the world, this injustice is happening. The world kept watching. They are not even interested. All they are interested is the mineral resources coming from your land. Have you ever seen anywhere in the world where they use a repealed law and jail the citizen? It happened in Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria, where injustice is the right of every citizen. Criminality everywhere. A country that cannot tell you the simple truth. Simple truth, they can't say. The other day, their aircraft flew to another destination. I don't know what they were going to do in Burkina Faso. They brought it down. They started telling you that the plane had a problem and they have to land the magic. How can a country lie that kind of lie? While it was the military of that country that forced your plane to come down. Otherwise, they'll bring it down. The whole thing is recorded on their radar. Otherwise, they'll bring you down. He came again and told us, oh, the 11 people has been freed. Why the 11 people remains under captivity? What kind of shameless country is that? That is Nigeria. Most of you will be fighting. Oh, Tinubu will be the next president. Hey, Peter Obi will not come. Who cares if Peter Obi is the president of Nigeria? Who cares? Who cares? Do you think I have a problem with that? I have a problem of you people slaughtering Biafrans in Yoruba land. I have a problem. You people slaughtering Igbos in Kaduna, Katsina, Kanu, and FCT Abuja. That is the problem we have. We don't have a problem. You can bring a cow to become your president. It's not my business. It's not our business. For real, it's not our business. Stop killing Igbos. That's our business. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seated where he's sitting. That is why Simon is seated where he's seated today. All of them have been named, they've been called terrorists, but the main terrorists are moving around. The main terrorist financier, they are petting them. The main terror, 46 banks, that is what Abubakar Malami, they found with him. But this was the same man who went as far as Kenya to do a kidnap. That he's fighting terrorists. But yet, he went to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was fighting the terrorists that he said is fighting. Today, his name is mentioned. Did you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name there? In the whole of the 20 names that was released by America, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name on that list. People that cannot reason. People that cannot think with their brain. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name, is he on that list? That 20 list that they released from America. Now they are petting their own, they are hiding their own. People like Ruben Nadi, Adadio Rama, Ogechuku, that idiots, they will come and start calling Ngozi Arabweze a terrorist. Very foolish Igbo people, stupid Igbo people that they can't reason. They can't reason. Nnamdi Kanu is suffering. Injustice of Motosho is making the pain. Even Igbos na no get level and no fit do anything. That is what Motosho is trying to tell you and I. We can't do nothing. We cannot do anything. That is what he's trying to say. We can't do nothing. Look at how they are frustrating Nnamdi Kanu's appeal to appeal that the decision you made in court, it is wrong and I have to prove it. They are turning us up and down. Omotosho should be careful. Omotosho should be careful. Anybody that is around Tinubu and the government, they should warn Omotosho, we will arm our own to fight you if you don't do the right thing. We, Igbos, will do the meeting and arm our own to come after you. Because you're a terrorist, you're terrorizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the whole Igbos. A law is written. Why don't you follow due process of law and do things right, Omotosho? Why don't you follow due process of law? Omotosho, why don't you follow the law? Nnamdi Kanu is begging to file appeal. His constitutional right. He's right. Frustrating the young man because he's an Igbo man. Frustrating Nnamdi Kanu because he's an Igbo man. Let us see how you people are going to frustrate Abubakar Malami the same way you frustrated Nnamdi Kanu. Let us see. This is the same Malami that told you that Nnamdi Kanu was intercepted in Kenya by Interpol and he was arrested with Nigerian passport. Whereas all the things he said about Nnamdi Kanu were false. And when we found out that he was false, Kenya started calling that, look, this man was illegally removed. UK came and said, look, this man they didn't arrest Nnamdi Kanu in our country. They arrested him in Kenya. We didn't know that he was kidnapped, that they kidnapped him. Now, because of that kidnap, does Omotosho know that he shouldn't have tried Nnamdi Kanu? Does he know that he cannot try Nnamdi Kanu? The answer is yes. But they want to show Nnamdi Kanu that we are God in this country. Nothing else. Injustice can fly, no wahala. Una no get level. We will show you that we are Yorubas and nothing will happen. All because Udugwa Fuada. All because this mad woman called Bianca Olowu deemed the unthinkable with Uchechi that is shouting everywhere like a mad dog, barking like an idiot. Look at what Omotosho is doing. Tell me, I have been to court in this country. I have been to court. In this country, I have even appealed in this country. They didn't tell me to go and, yes, if you are filing, they will tell you, okay, copy those people. Yes, you will copy them. It's not that the lawyer will, make it mandatory that if you don't copy them, that you are not going to submit your file. You must submit. He must agree. You must have seen the file that you have submitted, and they will tell you, have the prosecutor, have you notified the prosecutor? Have you notified the other party? That is how they do it here. Omotosho is turning the law upside down because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Turning the laws upside down, Omotosho. Turning the law upside down because it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because he's an Igbo man. He's not an Hausa man. He's not a Muslim. He's a Christian, that's why. He's a Christian. Some of you don't know the fight this man fought for you. Some of you don't know the awareness Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created in Nigeria today. All the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in Nigeria, did it not happen? Is it not happening? Is it not happening today? What has Oyedepo, Bishop Oyedepo, Papa Adeboye, what have they said about Nigeria that came to pass? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But the one this prophet said, you brought him and jailed him for committing no offense, for defending us, we Biafran that he's defending. And you want us to sit here and clap for Omotosho? A useless judge, a fake judge of the government, Nigerian judge of the government, Tinubu's judge, Tinubu's Arab boy, Wike's boy. That is who Omotosho is. And that is why they can do anything without following due process. Nobody cares. Man said now they cannot ask Omotosho, show me the laws you use in jailing me. He never did. He was air-bent in showing him that I am a Yoruba man. I have the power to deal with you. Tomorrow, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is angry, you tell him why is he angry. Oh, he's not remorseful. How is he going to be remorseful? You kidnapped a man for 5 years. Illegally tried him and illegally jailed him. And you expect him to be normal with you. Are you mad or what? Are you mad or something? You see them speaking English, you think they have anything upstairs. They know nothing about the law. A man that did not pass the 4 walls of the laws of any country is the one challenging you in your own laws. And you could not prove anything than sentencing him because you feel that you have the autonomous power. You feel that you have the power to do it, Omotosho, without following due process. I know if we never had oil and gas, that the world would have stepped in and asked Omotosho, where is the law used in jailing this man? Where is the law, Omotosho? But nobody is going to ask that question because they know if they do, they will reduce their hand in helping them to, fuel their evil agenda. People have been slaughtered. All Boris Johnson could come and say in Nigeria is that Imo is safe. Did you know how many of my friends that I lost in Imo State? Imo State is where we used to go and flex those years. I lost 6 of my guys. 6 under this Imo State's insecurity. 6. I'm a very known when they know me die for East. 6. December last year, on the 23rd of December, we make it 1 year. They kidnapped a friend of mine in that same Imo State. I paid 15 million for him to come out. 15! And yet, Boris Johnson said is the safest heaven on earth. I don't know why these people behave the way they behave. I don't know why human life is nothing to you people here. I don't know why. But all the things that they are doing in Nigeria, you can't dare it in this country. You know fit. Who be you? Who you be? From where to where? How? Insecurity in this country? And the to God, it will last 10 minutes. It will not last 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It will not last. That insecurity will not last 10 minutes in this country. From where to where? And the whole country from A to Z, everywhere looks very organized. Even the villages, you think that you are in the main city. It's not like that. When Boris Johnson came to Nigeria, where they took him from Abuja to Imo State, is it the same place? Is it the same thing? It's not the same thing, but yet you are hell-bent in telling Imo light, the whole world, that Imo is the safest place. The reason why I'm saying this is because you are very wicked. You are very wicked, and that's why they threw you out of power. Because you can't just be lying. Some of you to have shut your mouth up. Keep quiet. Come here to tell people that what is not is what it is. And when we do it here, you will jail us. You will find us. You will tell us that we are not following the laws. And you made the law here. Why can't we enjoy the same thing we are enjoying here back home? Why can't we? Omotosho must do the right thing. Biafrans, Omotosho must do the right thing. That is my own. He must do the right thing. I don't care how he's going to do it. Omotosho should use the laws and work with the law. Because Omotosho is working under the government of Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Anything Tinubu, that is the confidence that they have. This useless and hopeless government, that is the confidence that they have. Anything that they take to Omotosho's table, Omotosho will grant it to the favor of the government, not to the favor of the public. Go and check any case that Omotosho has handled for APC if there is any loss. None. None. That is the man that you hope that will give Nnamdi Kanu victory. You people are joking. You are joking. You don't even know what is before you. You think Omotosho is a joke. You think APC's mind is still where Wike and Imo State governor is? You know what they did to him? Do you know what those people did to Nnamdi Kanu? You think he has forgotten in a hurry? And you think they will let him go? You are telling us to go and get a lawyer. Go and get the most sophisticated lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu to fight. You people are sleeping. You better wake up before it's too late. You are still sleeping. You are not a good student of Master Simon Ekpa. You are not a good student of man. Because if you are a good student of Master Simon Ekpa, you won't be asking this question at all. You can't. You can't be asking these questions. Omotosho just they take us for cruise. Everybody is just quiet. You never reach your turn. Now make you they laugh. You they laugh me. You go they laugh me now. Say because I didn't hear they disturb you. I didn't hear they shout. You know they happen. You know they happen. Go and check our billionaire brother. What is his name again? Himself, Obi Kubana. His building. They've kicked him out of his building in Abuja. I hope you people know that his own building that he built with his own money. They don't chase and come out. Just recently. I didn't get the building. They tell you people say, I don't get level. I don't get level. It's so disheartening when you see abnormality. You go see normality. They use them. They play into abnormality, and it's okay. Omotosho they whine us. So you they whine us. You they really whine us. After delivering judgment, Omotosho ran away because they were scared of the unknown. He ran to Dubai. Now he's back. Started committing that same atrocity because he was no shake body. We know shake body. We know shake body. And yet he want Dr. Ngozi Arabuese to come and what do you want her to come and do? What do you want that woman to do realistically? You see, one thing I finally realized is that we are not patient. If you continue to do your own, Amnesty International will hear it. They will hear it faster than you think that they are even. Do you know that somebody said, this group of people that Donald Trump sent to Nigeria to come and, understudy what is going on in Nigeria. They went to Benue State IDP camp. And then they said they discovered that there is 600,000. Is it 600,000 displaced people in IDP and the governor, the Christian governor, a pastor, I don't call that man a pastor, he's a coward, said there is no genocide. And these people came to uncover that there is actually genocide going on. And they said it's 6,000. And and I'm saying, somebody was saying yesterday that those guys didn't count well. If they had counted well, because they knew those people were coming, they removed some of them. So they did not count well. If they have counted well, they will see that it's more than 3 million people that are displaced. They did not count well, but they did well. Now, a sitting governor in Benue State is telling you that there is no genocide. Before that sitting governor took over, Autumn was shouting, crying, begging. If this was the era of Governor Autumn, a very wonderful governor that has ever existed in that Benue State, do you know that today Autumn would have supported the United States of America by showing them what has been going on in their land? Former food basket of nation is now the bloodbath of nation. And a sitting governor that calls himself a pastor. Can you see how corrupt people can be? Even in the midst of death, you are still corrupt. Even when you are seeing that your blood brother, your family, your member, your soul is dying, you are still lying. How do you people face God? Or do you have this? Do you believe that there is no God and then we are just deceiving ourselves here? Yeah? Or you people know that there is no heaven and we are deceiving ourselves? Because I don't know how people reason. If you have conscience, you will think about what is going on and how you want God to step in. Now God has sent somebody from America and you started lying. And you were busted immediately, quickly, because these people have radar. They see everything that happens in Nigeria. You know? They see everything. Morning. So these guys see everything that happens there. So you started lying to them that nothing like that has happened. What a shameless country is that? What is shameless country? Started lying. A governor, a sitting governor. I just want to thank Donald Trump for what he's doing for Biafrans, because I know this is just the call of Biafra. And you will see at the end of the day, they will tell you that is Biafrans that paid these white people to come and say that nonsense that they said. That is who they are. That is what Nigeria is all about. Nigeria is not for peace. Nigeria does not have, they don't have sympathy to sympathize with the people that are going through pains. Nigeria does not have that, heart to sympathize with people who the Nigerian government are, Nigerian unlawful elements are shooting to death. The military. They don't have it. 10 people were killed. I think in either Adamawa State, I can't remember the state now. And yet, 10 women that were protesting were killed unlawfully. The president has not done anything, but the president quickly moved to Benin Republic to go and fight. What does that tell you? Nigeria is gone. And at this moment, I think that the coup did not fail. I think the coup did not fail. Because from what we are seeing, it seems the coup succeeded. Because the president of that country has not spoken yet. So forget what you are hearing on the news until this president comes to tell us. Because from what we are seeing, since that coup did not fail, from what we are seeing, it seems as if he didn't fail. But Tinubu told you that he has combated everything, that they have done everything. The worst person you can deal with is former mafia, former criminal, former drug lord. Thieves. You see how they hide their own. Abakari that killed Biafrans, slaughtered Biafrans like no man business. You see the way they are petting him today. You see the way they are managing him. You see the way they are hiding their own. Enyendibo, $200,000, $50,000. They will start talking nonsense That is what happened to Adadi Orama today. That is what happened to this young man called, what is even his name? That talks from the both sides of his mouth. Adadi Orama's best friend. They thought they can humiliate people like me. You called me on your program because you were lying. And I told you, why are you trying to destroy the foundation that Obatu Obie has built? Why are you lying to people? There's something Nnamdi Kanu said that, somebody reminded me of yesterday while I was on, while we were on S-Space, the guy said, Nnamdi Kanu, and I know, I heard when he said that. He said, if we fight this, our Biafran freedom, the way every other country fought for their freedom, we're not going to get it. And we didn't know where he was coming from. Actually, I didn't know where he was coming from. But seeing what is happening today, it is very clear to us now, to me, that no country on this planet Earth wants Biafra to be free. No country on this planet Earth that we are wants Biafra to be free. Do you know the reason why? The reason is your mineral resources. That is why they are fighting tooth and nail. Because they know that once you have inventory of your mineral resources, you will do better than every other European country on this planet Earth. Every other African nation on this planet Earth. You will do better than them. So they know what they are fighting for. They know. If not, where are the UN? Where is UN today? This European Union, where are they? Where is the where is the EU, European Union? Where are they? The people who said, oh, humanitarian, 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 where are they? Where is this human rights organization that, fights for people who the government are oppressing? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. Why? Because of our mineral resources. That is why the jailed man, illegal jailing of Nnamdi Kanu, and nobody said anything. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. Extraordinary, they renditioned him back to Nigeria. And the world know that this was what happened. But did you see them flinch? Did you see them move? Why? Because of your mineral resources. No wonder somebody can comfortably leave United Kingdom and go to Imo State, where the governor of Imo, the illegitimate governor of Imo State, the man called Hope Uzodinma, is slaughtering our people, making mess of our citizens, destroying lives and properties of our citizens. The man went there and Hope Uzodinma provided him with heavy security. And the man came to tell the world that Imo State is one of the safest places in Nigeria. Have you ever seen such stupidity before? All for what? For your mineral resources. They don't want us to be alive. I'm telling you the truth. This same man in this same country, former prime minister, nobody respects him. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows him. He jumps public transport the way I jump public transport here. Nobody recognizes him. Sometimes if you see him, he will be riding bicycle. Nobody is guiding him. He doesn't have any security. Every of his bag, he carries it by himself. Nobody. He doesn't work with security. But they gave him heavy security. And he tells you that Nigeria Imo State is the most safest place on the southeast. All for your mineral resources. Again, let us go back to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu that was their citizen, that was kidnapped from Kenya with UK passport, United Kingdom's passport. Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria kidnapped him and renditioned him illegally to Nigeria. And tried him illegally and jailed him illegally. I did not see that man mention Nnamdi Kanu's case from his mouth. I did not see him ask, is there seaports in this very land? I did not see him say, is there any international airports in this land? I did not see him, is UK embassy in this land? Is there any embassy that is on this southeast, in this southeast? No, he never did. But he was quick to tell the world that Imo State or southeast is the safest heaven. Why? Because of your gas mineral resources. They are the owner of your country. Former UK Prime Minister. You lord over these animals. You bow before these idiots. Our people are being killed every day. They are being buried day and night. But yet you came to tell the world that Nigeria, the southeast, is the safest heaven. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Nobody knows him here. But they gave you heavy security. This is just who they are. That's why Simon Ekpa can be called a terrorist. That's why they are pushing everything in their power to call Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala a terrorist. That is why they can tell Tinubu to go and invade Niger Republic. And he did, without thinking twice. Knowing fully well that those people can come back and retaliate and make a mess of his government. He never thought of that. Very foolish in thinking people. Very foolish people. Tinubu is one of the most corrupt politicians I've ever seen in my life. Very corrupt. Very corrupt. Everything that they are doing to the Igbos, he didn't speak about it. He never said anything. All that he came to tell you is that Southeast is the most safest heaven. Are you not ashamed of yourself? The former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom came to Nigeria, to Imo State, because of the gas pipe that they are connecting to Europe. To tell Nigerians to tell the world that Imo is one of the safest heaven on earth. Very shameless man. Very, very shameless. That's why they kicked him out. That was the reason why they kicked him out of the of politics. I need to say. You know, we are here. We know how these people roll. We know their motive. They don't want us. They don't like us. And yet they don't want us to go. They don't want us to develop ourselves. Because of our mineral resources. Anybody can be buried. Anybody can be unalive as long as they get their hands on that our mineral resources. That is why Tinubu is exterminating everybody he sees that is called Igbo. Destroying Igbo people's business. Nobody gets sanctioned here because he's doing the bidding of the West. If you talk, Tinubu will use money to block you. Tinubu will use money to, stop everything. Because Tinubu is a very corrupt man. And they like it like that. Nobody sanctions them. Nobody calls them to account. After the 8 years, after they spent 8 years of destruction in Nigeria, nobody calls them to account. Lekki Toll Gate is there. Has anybody asked anything? Has anybody asked who gave the order to eliminate people at Lekki Toll Gate? Nobody has done that. The EU kept quiet. The international community kept quiet. Why? Because of our mineral resources. Have you seen where we are heading to as Africans? Yet they tell us we smell. Yet they don't like us. But they want what comes from our land. That is why Simon is called a terrorist today. It is not that Simon carried gun. No. It is not that Nnamdi Kanu carried gun. The answer is no. Because these people were speaking for their people. Fighting for the freedom of their people. That is why they are detained illegally in Nigeria today. Prison today. That is why Nnamdi Kanu is detained. That is why Simon Ekpa is detained in Finland today. What did Finland authority tell you? That it was Simon Ekpa that was blocking the bilateral agreement with Finland and Nigeria. And they have gone into that bilateral agreement. So they jailed an innocent man because of your mineral resources. And some of you will have mouth and call Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist. Call Simon a terrorist. Apparently they are still moving to call Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala a terrorist. Have you ever seen such a country in your life? Are these people humans? But they made a law in UN Charter, Chapter 51, says, and I quote, that every individual, as a man, if you are under attack, you have a right to defend yourself until the right or appropriate authority comes in. That is what is enshrined in their UN Charter, but it's not effective in Africa. Go and check Dr. Cho Ayoba today. He's arrested. He's jailed in Norway. Why? Because of the mineral resources coming from that land. Can you imagine a 90-something years old man is a president in their country? Poor bear. And this man they don't care. Give orders to buy. Africans can, but here, dog. I'm not talking about human. If you dare touch dog in this country, you are gone. You are gone. Not to talk of human like me. If you touch dog or hit a dog, they will trace your car. I'm not talking about human. Then when you now buy human being, okay, come and see surveillance now. You can't even escape it. You cannot escape it. You cannot escape that assassination or murder. You cannot. They will find you. They will find you. They will get you. In less than 24 hours, they will get you. But in Africa, people die. People are being unalive like chickens. Anyways, Biafrans are open this attack very close to where they kept him. And this is not the first time this attack is happening in Sokoto. And then we urgently need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be removed from that Sokoto prison, because we're not going to stand here and continue to watch, and then the Nigerian government will be, trying to use that media or medium to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is the second attempt on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life in Sokoto prison. Now, Sokoto prison has been not like Sokoto prison has been invaded, but there was a terrorist attack very close to Sokoto prison twice now in that contraction called Nigeria. So please, we want the word. I know nobody's going to say anything about it, and even the word that we're calling, they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be killed. That is the simple truth. So nobody's going to come for our rescue. We're going to do this ourselves. But I want to use this opportunity to tell Tinubu, I know my words are not heavy, but that if anything does happen to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in Sokoto prison, him and his family will never escape it. This is not a threat, because Sokoto is one of the most dangerous cities in Nigeria, which even the United Kingdom said it when they were warning their people on the locations that they should go and they should not go. And I want to say this again. If anything does happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will not be the Igbos that you know. You're not going to see us coming. We're really going to do something about it. So please, it is not a threat, and this is just a warning. Please, it shouldn't happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be relocated to a safer place where he can be able to file for his appeal. Please, that is not, I'm not pleading, but I'm telling you, the president of the illegitimate president of Nigeria, the drug lord Tinubu, do the right thing, do the needful, so that nothing evil will happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Again, I over the weekend saw the charade that was going on over in the media space about Nigerians. I know you. I can tell you for free that you people are not ready for anything. You are actually not ready. You people are your attentions are easily diverted from every small thing. Any small thing, they divert your attention. It is over the weekend, every bloggers are just talking about one man. Every bloggers. Forgetting that there is insecurity in Nigeria, forgetting that there is kidnapping, forgetting that Igbos are being marginalized. Tinubu is destroying our businesses. Christopher Musa is killing our people in the whole of the southeast and Biafra land. And these things are they've continued it because none of you is speaking about it. Now, all over throughout the weekend, what we are hearing is harassing this, harassing that. Are you people not ashamed of yourself? Let me even start from there. Are you people not ashamed of yourself? Harrison, is he a government official? Is Harrison a military man? Is Harrison a police officer? The answer is no. The answer is no. Why is it that is Harrison that is going to rescue kidnappers or people that the kidnappers held into ransom in forest? Why is it that is Harrison that is always going there to, release them? Why is it that is Harrison that is always going there? And you people are easily, your attention is easily diverted. With all the whole insecurity in the whole of Nigeria, Harrison is your problem now. Today is Harrison. Harrison is your problem today. Forgetting about the whole insecurity, the whole Christian genocide in Nigeria. Arson is your problem. Number one, arson is not even made. If Nigeria was a working country, is it arson that is meant to go and be rescuing kidnappers? Is it arson that is meant to be going into the forest? Is it not the work of a military man? Is it not the work of the police? Is it not the work of your security in Nigeria? What are they doing? Why are they being paid? I ask you. The only thing they know how to do is to stand on the road, extort motors, extort our young boys, call them Yahoo boys, seize their phones, extort money from them. And now today, arson is your problem, taking your attention away from the reality happening on ground. Can you see how mad, how stupid some of you can be? When they call you very, very foolish Nigerians, very foolish. You are very foolish, you don't think. When this case of arson came up, why didn't you tell the police it's not your business, that they can handle it and move on with what is happening in Nigeria? Today, you don't have good light. You don't have steady power supply in Nigeria. How are you people going to be rich? How would you do a successful business in Nigeria, if I may ask you? How are you going to do a successful business? If there is no power supply, are you going to survive in Nigeria? The answer is no. So why is arson your problem today? You don't have good hospitals, you are not talking about it. Your children cannot go to the best of schools, you are not talking about it. Your roads are not good, you don't talk about that. You don't talk about that. You're only talking about arson this, arson that. Arson this, arson that. By law, arson is not supposed to be a kidnapper rescuers or whatever they call them. You shouldn't be going into the forest. It's the job of your military. It's the job of your police if you don't know that. That is why they are there. So what they do is to intimidate, buy you people and oppress you, and then send fighter jets to the southeast. And then Boko Haram is destroying the whole of the North Central. But they are in our land. All over the weekend, arson this, arson that. And I told you people one thing. You see, one thing you should know is that I may not be 100% correct. But I tell you to be very careful of when I said be very careful of very dark man. I know how many people that came here and attacked me, said a lot of rubbish. So very dark man can come and tell you anything because he's very dark man. Now you are happy, you say yes, he's correct. Because he's who? Because he tells you that his integrity is top notch. Before Christopher Musa that was spying the whole Igbos, unaliving Southeast, fighting Simon Ekpa, he was removed from power. Very dark man said Christopher Musa called him to discuss with him. He didn't want to make it public until they now called him back. What does that tell you? So when he was going to China, telling you he's going to destroy, he's going to be telling you people businesses, how businesses is being done here, and he's going to tell you the exact price that they're selling in, and I ask you, in what country will you go to China? What country, even this country where I am, the Chinese go to China. Sorry, the Bangladesh goes to China. The Indians go to China to buy goods. The Albanians, there are so many Albanian shops here, go to China to buy goods. They go and buy something of 1,000. They come here and sell it 12,000, 10,000 naira. But when you particularly go to that website to Google that thing that they brought from China, because the ones that they bring into this country is not substandard. It is, some of them are nearly original, you know, because they don't buy substandard things here. So when you go and check it, you see that it's just £1, 1,000 naira. That is what they are selling it in China. And then the very dark man will come and tell you, oh, I will bring it as the exact price. And you people are happy. They are destroying your businesses and you people are happy. Can you see how moronic you people can be? Some of you. I bought a charger in this country, a charger power back for 12,000 naira Nigerian money. When I went to China, I bought that power back £2, 2,000 naira. 2,000! What does that tell you? So when you come and ask them, boss, this thing is expensive in shop. He tells you, oh, you pay my shop rent, you pay my bills, you pay my boys. You want to bring Bilod down. You want to bring this person down. You are too good in everything you do. No, you don't make mistake. I, as a human being, makes mistake. Sometimes I come here to speak English. My English does not rhyme. Most of you can attest to that. So we are robots. We make mistakes. Now your attention is divided from the injustice that Omotosho did to Nnamdi Kanu. Your attention is divided from the genocide that is happening in the whole of Nigeria. Your attention is divided from the poverty that government put you into. Your attention is divided from the kidnapping that is happening in Nigeria. Today, it is, what is it called? This guy that went to rescue kidnappers, the person that they kidnapped, Harrison. Today is Harrison. So your attention is being removed from the reality on ground. This is how Nigerians behave. You don't behave as if there is anything in your skulls. You can see them ranting, social media rats. You can see them talking nonsense on social media. This is people that another man from another country provided a platform for you to strive, for you to eat. If it was not Mark Zuckerberg, all this nonsense, all this idiot on social media, do you think they will be coming to social media to talk? Where you are going to be paying, if before you come out to post anything online, you first of all pay $100. Are you going to see all this nonsense on social media? Before you come and post anything on social media, you pay maybe $50. Do you think all these idiots will be on social media today? They remove your heart from the reality on ground. And that is what they face. That is the reality in Nigeria today. They tell you that the government of Nigeria is not working. When Shetima, the vice terrorist, illegitimate president of Nigeria, told you that he's going to deal with Igbo, how do you think he was going to achieve that? How do you think he was going to achieve that? That is how the Islamic cleric came and told you, Shigumi came and told you, oh, we just give Igbos gun to kill Igbos. And it's happening. It's happening. So Ludo will employ you to come and kill your own brothers and sisters. You go see them. We don't come. Make una run away. We are here. Igbos against Igbos. They will be shouting. You will see them because they gave them pump action. Their power does not lie on the people who are kidnapping their citizens. Their power lies on their innocent civilians. If you see your Igbo brother, you go just they'll be swelling. No, we don't come now. We are here now. If you don't do this, we shoot. If you don't, you will see them dishing stupid orders. Where does this kind of thing happen? Only in Nigeria it happens. In the southeast. It doesn't happen in the west. It doesn't happen in the north. It's only in the southeast. Go and see how Igbos are destroying their brothers because of power. Because an illegitimate governor is in power, giving you orders. Go to Enugu State. Go to Enugu State. Go to Imo State today and see what these atrocities that these Muslim people are committing in the whole of these states. Because it is their brother. No Hausa man is handling gun. It is Igbos that are giving gun to go and harass Igbos. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. That is how a former UK prime minister came to Nigeria and told you that, oh, Nigeria is the most safest heaven on earth. And it's with security, heavy security he was guiding him. And he comes to tell you that Nigeria is okay. None of you can say anything. Now today is Harrison. A man in this country, former prime minister of this country that cannot speak when people are talking here, enters public transports like the way I enter public transport. He can't say anything, but he's coming to Nigeria to address you and tell you that the country is okay. You people can all go and buy. A prime minister of this country, a former prime minister, because he's a white man. Very gullible people. None of you I didn't see anybody attack him on social media. I did not. Let it be that it's somebody that is like me now that come and tell the world, oh, Nigeria is the most safest ever. Come and see my comment section now. But a white man has told you there's no insecurity. And it's with he's very guarded. The security guiding him, you can't even penetrate them. Nigerians, I'm very sorry for you people. You don't even know, most of you don't know the life that we are enjoying here. You don't know. I wish you know. You don't know how the freedom that we have here. I wish you people know. You don't know how cheap life is, food, clothes is here. None of you do. You think it's by gun and bullet. That is how Nigeria, that is where Nigeria resorted their own, by gun and bullet. Nnamdi Kanu is, everybody is tired. Come to my comment section before when Nnamdi Kanu was coming to court and going to this thing. Come to my comment section. It will be filled. I go read, I go tired, but now I barely read. Why? Not because there is, but they are tired. Nnamdi Kanu can. Now you see now. Come to my comment section now. Nah, they don't jail Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing to fight. Oh boy, they just smoke. Everything has scattered. They are weak. They are tired. Before, you know, like I keep telling you people, social media is not where I eat from. I've never eaten social media's money. The God of Biafra knows I'm telling you people nothing but the truth. That's why I can raise my hand up and bring it down. Zo banana. I've never eaten 1 naira from any social media of mine. 1 naira. But yet I come to tell you people the truth. Today, nobody share. They will even come and look. What did he say? There's nothing that he's saying that is Nakaigabagodu. That is how you know that they are getting weak, they are getting tired. They are fading. We are fading. Biafrans are fading. It is no longer about Nnamdi Kanu. Injustice for one is injustice for all. The whole Igbo, just know that as Nnamdi Kanu is sitting in that prison, just know that it's me and you that is sitting there. Just know that. So you don't think, oh, it is Nnamdi Kanu, because what happened to Nnamdi Kanu has proven that Nigeria doesn't want us. You don't think, do you? If you come to the whole of the Southeast today, come just watch in December the people who were able to manage and fly home. You will see them. You will see the kind of Rolls Royce you have never seen in your life, the kind of cars that you don't even expect that exist. You will see them. Igbo people will buy it. How many of them have businesses in Biafran land? None. Nobody can boast that he has business in Biafran land. None of them. The other day, one of the richest man in one of our richest brothers in the Igbo land, Obi Kubana, I went to his club. I went to his club last week. Last weekend, not this weekend. Last weekend, upper weekend, the other weekend before this one. I went to his club. His club he has a club in this country. So I went there. So I saw him when he came in with some group of people. If you look at this boy, this man, Neko, and they were hailing him. I just stood and you know, the freedom he has, no security, no nothing. You know, I came there with some group of people to enjoy my life, so nothing concerned me. So but I was just looking at Chief Obi Kubana. I was just looking at him like this. In this country, they are normal human beings. Nobody knows them. But come to Nigeria, everybody knows Obi Kubana. Everybody. He goes around with security. He goes around with heavy security. Why did I bring this up? Today, that same Obi Kubana cannot travel to his father's land and boast that this is my industry that people are enjoying from. But yet, in this country, a lot of different countries are working in his club. I'm telling you the truth. The club is somewhere in Backing. I wouldn't mention the area. Backing. That's where it is. For those of you that is in London here. It has a club in Backing. They just finished building it, I think, about 4 months ago. That's for you to know that I'm not lying to you guys. Oneko, one single business in Igbo, it doesn't have. It doesn't have. Nnamdi Kanu is built. Gradually now they don't pull out. They've started forgetting about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Gradually, they are forgetting about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Gradually. This thing. Nigeria is not a country that anybody can be proud of. One small thing, they will just divert your attention. One small thing. Just that somebody took money from kidnappers' money is what is raining. Number one, have you asked yourself, in the same country, is that guy supposed to even enter the forest to fight for humanity? The answer is no. Where in the world have you ever had that, if not only in Nigeria? Where in the world? But Omotosho can jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But kidnappers, you know this thing. You see, cause follows you when you do evil. You went as far as Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, you cannot control kidnapping in your country. Is that not a cause? No, realistically, is that not a cause? You cannot control the kidnapping in Nigeria. If we tell you how many people that they kidnap every single day in Nigeria, you'll be wild. No, nobody wants to speak about it again. Nobody is talking about Nnamdi Kanu again because they don't know what the country is all about. They don't know where their fate is today. This is who we are as a person. This is what we do as a person. So why would I be wasting my time on coming to say, oh, Biafra, this is this is that, when I know that none of you are serious. All of you are not even serious. You don't even know what you want for yourself. Most of you think that we are here to, you know, to impress you because we are in Obodo Igbo. I don't do that. None of us does that. None of us. But because I love my country, I want to be home and be free. I want to be. A boy came from the guy, I know him. He came from the United States of America. The day he was going to Nigeria, he told me that he wants to go and see home. The guy has not been home for like 11 years. I want this guy. No, go Nigeria. Nigeria is not safe. When they see you, they go not say you know from this land because your skin go the glitter. They go no. No go, go hire this, na security. I told this boy, his name is Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi Eze, that is his name. My friend, we went to the same school in Akoka. Western College, that's my school. You can go and verify. Western College, Unikeyaba. That's my primary school. The university I attended was University of Lagos. So you can go and verify. I'm not like Tinubu that doesn't have school or classmates. I have a lot of classmates. So go and verify this thing. So if Akadi used to be, you know, he's a very he used to be far from me, like he's a junior to me. So, but he's a very good guy. So we always talk. So when I finished school, I met him. He was in Federal, I think FCT. It was one Federal Polytechnic that is in Akoka. I've forgotten the name of that Federal Polytechnic. It's very close to Baku bus stop in Akoka. I think it's Federal College of Education, Akoka. Yeah, Federal College of Education, Akoka. So that's where he schooled. You know, so when he traveled out, he first traveled out before I did. So we're talking. Now that boy, Ifeanyi, yeah, when he traveled home in March. What is it, March? Yeah, sometimes in March. He didn't return back to America. They killed him. He was kidnapped and he was killed. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the gospel truth. So Nigeria is not safe. The kind of gangsters that are in power cannot do anything because Tinubu was given a document to sign that is going to look away why banditry takes on in Nigeria. And today, I think names of those criminals and people sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria has been released. It's not anywhere on social media. Nobody is talking about it. But you're talking about arson. Nobody. That is why the youth of Nigeria, they are very lazy. The youth of Nigeria is very lazy. They are very weak. Very weak. The population of Nigeria, is it 1/4 of what is happening in Nepal? What happened in Nepal? All we know how to do is, this guy get big nash. If you come and see them, they will, hey, I want to come and plug my charger. I want to charge my phone. All this rubbish, so you hear that on social media. Nonsense, no more educative story. No more things that will encourage you as in Nigeria, nothing. Bitterly suffering in Nigeria but smiling, like fella will always sing and say suffering and smiling. That is it. That is what Nigeria is known for. Your politicians can oppress you, they can intimidate you, they can do anything to you, and they will ask you to shut up. Will you talk? No, the answer is no. You ain't going to say nothing. You can't say nothing. Today somebody will insult me. Just watch on my comment section. I am open for criticism. You can criticize me as much as you want, no problem, but criticize me with facts. But today, somebody will still criticize me talking about VDM. When people were saying he was working for the government, he said, hey, But he told you that him and Christopher Musa shook hands and they took pictures. Oh, he went there to drink coffee and to drink tea. Do you know if he can take picture with a military general like that? Do you know how many people that have access to him? No, don't worry, we'll fund you. Go to China. Go and do this. What business is he doing? Is VDM doing? I know somebody, a good friend of mine, calls VDM. We gathered day on Sunday, called VDM in my presence. Very good friend of mine. We gathered days together. I call VDM, put in call for phone. Him and VDM, they talk. So if I need to get VDM's number, I can get it today. I don't need his number. It's not my kind of person. He doesn't believe what I believe in. I believe in separation of Nigeria. He believes that Nigeria is going to be good. So we don't think the same way. We don't think the same way. We're not thinking in the same direction. I know people who know VDM well. What does that tell you? That tells you my integrity is still intact. I cannot form who is VDM? Who the hell is he? Go to social media. See what they're saying. Rubbish. They've forgotten the killings going on in the east. They've forgotten the killings going on in the north. They've forgotten that Nigeria is insecure today. They've forgotten the injustice Omotosho did to Mazi Nnamdi. They've forgotten all of that. They moved on. Wow. What a country. And that is the country you want me to belong to. That is the same country you want me to belong to. The country that I cannot teach my children anything. How many of you can comfortably train your children the way you want it in Nigeria? How many of you? None of you. None. In this country, I don't pay school fees. I don't pay all the school fees through my tax. The government takes care of everything, and you dare not bring your children to school. You dare not. Or if the children come to school, the teachers will first of all look at their fingernails, whether they are well kept. They will first of all look at all their body, if they are okay. If they are okay, they will. One thing, maybe you mistakenly flog your child and the mark show to God. In Nigeria, they kill them. They kill children in Nigeria. They kill children in Nigeria. But in this country, in fact, if they see mark and the child keeps telling them, oh, my mother flogged me, my daddy beat me. 2 times they will warn you. The 3rd time they will take that child away from you. They will tell you that they're not capable to train a child. But in Nigeria, Nigerian government takes the life of their own. They take the life of their own. Everybody in Nigeria is just going mad. Go and talk. Look at in a country where you have professors, doctors, lawyers, educated lawyers, but look at the person ruling your country, Agberu, an area boy, and they rule you as a president. All of you are very relaxed. You are very comfortable with that. What a shame to you people. Shameless country. Very shameless. Very, very shameless. Look at the ministers that they were appointed. Criminals. People of questionable character. Those are your ministers. Go and look at what the rubbish Tinubu brought in as ministers. Rubbish that he brought as ministers. Those are the people who are going to lie, continue to lie, to make your one Nigeria be efficient for them, not for us, because Biafrans have moved on. Thank God for Dr. Ngozi Orebode that we declared our independence on the 29th day of November 2024, and that will stand forever. Not even Donald Trump, not even EU or AU will write that off in our history. Not them. So what they know, that's why they're going everywhere, trying to lobby this so that they can destroy that declaration. You can imagine Dr. Ngozi Orebode telling you the other day that Tinubu and his cohort, and I believe that he's going everywhere to write that Biafrans are terrorists, so that they will not carry out our legitimate right as citizens of Biafra to print our money, to print our ID card, to print our passport, because they know once that money comes out, that is the end of Nigeria. Going everywhere. You can imagine Tinubu trying to put Banti, or rather not even Banti, trying to, lie to Finland so that Simon Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria. trying to lobby, that's the right word I was looking for, trying to lobby Finland by any means necessary. The first thing they did was, let us go to for ÉXP0S. Since ÉXP0S is serving jail term in United States, since he's serving, we will now go to Finland. That is their stupidity, their stupid mentality. Nigeria, government, evil. They used over 10 million to go and bring Nnamdi Kanu, but they cannot fight insecurity. And Harrison is helping, and you people are shouting. You people are mad. I don't know Harrison. I've never met him before. Apparently, this is my first time of hearing the guy's name because what did they do? No concern me. People are mad. Is Harrison meant to be in that bush? The answer is no. It's the job of the security, your security outfit that you people pay, that extorts you every day, is meant to be there. But the young man went there, risking his life. You don't want to. You don't want to agree with the fact that it's not the one that is meant to be there. You are your own. Is why should you remove money from the money? I don't care what he has done. That's not my business. But look, the major thing, if Nigeria was working, Harrison will not be in that position today. Why so many of us are in the position that we are today? Because the country is not working. That is why. That is why we are there. I don't blame some of us. I don't blame us. I really don't blame us. Most important thing is we need to continue to fight. Don't let them divert your attention. My brother, our father, our leader is in Sokoto prison. Sokoto is not his father's palace. Sokoto is not his father's, his mother's land. Sokoto is a far north. That is not our country. So on this note,
hello my wonderful people, as you have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.